And we are live. You can catch us on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with you, Howlers. How's over Baz? I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
And today we got a really special guest back on.
Yes.
Today is the last day to vote for City of Riverside for mayor. Vote Jessica Katawi. We're going to have her introduce herself still, though, and give a little bit of insight of what she's been going through these last few days.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Jessica Katawi for Riverside Mayor. Finally here, the election day. I'm really excited. It has been one of the toughest anythings that I've ever done in my life. And I'm excited for the day to be here. And yeah, I don't even know, like my mind is everywhere right now. So you're just going to have to throw out questions. And
Yeah, no, I definitely want to throw out questions because I want to talk about what you have been through from this process. Basically, I mean, I know from behind the scenes of what we've talked about, but I think it'd be good, to show people. I mean, obviously,
like my true commitment to this process.
the commitment. We'll start there because there's other things I want to talk about. But we're gonna start with the commitment, like what it took for you to go through all of this till today.
Yeah. I mean, since the day that I announced that I was going to run for mayor, I've been attacked. And you think of like spiritual attacks. Well, it's like political attacks in
Like
a
your
sense.
character?
Character, my business, my just things that I've done in the past, not being recognized, and just trying to take away credibility from me, who I am. I mean, it's been one wild ride, but those types of things don't faze me, and I think that's why I am a great candidate to be mayor of Riverside and stand for our residents, because those things are not affecting me. It's actually making me stronger and more determined to make this happen so I can make a difference.
And I personally saw her working. She's nonstop worker. Like, she doesn't stop. She pushes so hard. But I really want to dive into what they have been putting you through. I mean, I think you should really bring up what they've tacked your business.
Who's the they?
They,
Yeah,
them,
I like how
the
Rico's like, this
elites,
is it.
the elites, the people that are running the city right now. Patricia Locke Dawson and her crew.
Yeah.
I mean, they've even attacked your business and try to.
I've had some weird stuff just happen with my business. I don't want to go too much
You don't
into
wanna go into
detail
it, okay.
about it, but I mean, like I've had a client, one of my clients that has been a client for many, many years, send a random email out of nowhere and say, "We're canceling. Good luck with your mayor race." And that was the email. And this was like a friend, out of nowhere. It was very odd. And my operations manager agreed that something seemed very off. Mm-hmm. But, sometimes it happens, right? So I didn't want to think too much into it. But then another client sent me an email he received. And he's a little bit stronger minded, I guess you could say. And it was saying that whoever you're working with isn't doing your marketing properly. And you should probably consider working with somebody else. And I don't know what. He actually forwarded the email to me. And,
For sure a hater. For sure the haters.
Yeah. It also could have been
No, keep going.
Okay.
Sorry.
It could have been a strategy to keep me, or not, to allow me to lose focus on what I needed, what I need to do to run to be mayor, right? So I think it potentially could have been that, a strategy to just keep my mind somewhere else, but it didn't. because I have so much faith in God, and I know that He was going to take care of me no matter how many clients were going to cancel or people were going to hate.
Amen.
And He has been there every single step of the way, and I feel like His power, you know what I mean?
Right.
And there's nothing going to stop me. And now we're just a few hours away for, the election to end, and I'm just so grateful that I went through this, win or not. This has been the most amazing experience. Of course, I want to win. I want to win for all of Riverside. I'm a resident too. I see that our city needs change. I see what our leadership is doing to us. And, this really touches my heart. I've had so many people come up to me, and you saw that, Jacob, wanting to give me like a book or just, sincere prayers and wishes that I will win, because they just want the change in our city that,
Right.
It's really, the leadership does affect our lives.
Yeah.
And we need a leader that cares about people, cares about humanity, not a leader that only cares about themselves. It's very obvious that our current leadership does not care about us. And they've proven it over the past 4 years. And that's why I decided to run for mayor. I never thought I would do something like this. I'm always going to be transparent and real with everybody. I never thought I was going to do something like this. I hated politics. I was one of those people that said, why am I going to vote? It doesn't matter. There's always these corrupt people
That
running.
run it. That run the world, yeah.
And they always win, and they, destroy everything anyways. Why does it matter? And then I started to realize that it does. But I took it to another level. It wasn't just a vote, like, let me vote. It was like, let me run.
Yeah.
Because I know where my heart is and my intentions. And so I'm ready to put it out there. It's affected my whole life, but I don't care. And it hasn't been, it was a struggle. It's been a struggle, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not anything that I couldn't endure or anything that I wouldn't that would hold me back or stop me. Mm-hmm. I just keep pushing through, and it's making me stronger, and I'm getting even more stronger every day by the minute,
I don't think that the current mayor and her leadership didn't realize the strength you had.
No,
I don't think
didn't.
that she even thought that it was going to be a run the way it was. They started getting scared. They started taking signs down.
I had at least, yesterday I drove around town, and at least 100 of my signs and banners have been taken down.
And they're scared. And I mean, I know you put this on Instagram, but I do want to say this, if this is okay. I mean, they were sending people out to go talk to other people to tell them not to vote for her. Mm-hmm. Like, it's some weird things going on.
Yeah.
I really look into this. I mean, I feel like I could say this kind of stuff because I'm not running for mayor. Yeah. So I can be a little bit more.
No, you can say.
Yeah.
No, it was one of the representatives that was backing up Phil Falcone. And just so you understand, Philip Falcone, and there's posts about him. They're calling him phony Falcone because he lies. You can't figure out how old he is. He's just a huge, he's fake.
A bullshitter.
He's a BSer all the way, and he is part of her crew. He was working for her. She was paying him insane amounts of money. There's many articles about it now, and it was one of his people that went to my friend's door. Big mistake. Because she got pictures of the person, she got pictures of the business card, and she let me know. And yeah, it is what it is. If you are living in Riverside, please do not vote for Philip Falcone, okay? The phony. Because he is truly a bad person, and he's going to bring the same stuff that Patricia has and everybody else. And that's it. He's not a good person. If you want to vote for somebody, I'm going to give you guys my recommendation. I would say vote for Haas. Haas is a good guy that cares, and I believe he will bring good to Riverside if he's elected for Ward 1. He's a city council candidate.
Yeah, I've seen him before, yeah. So, I was kind of looking into this as more. I mean, they're really afraid of her. So they start taking out her signs. They're, in a sense, sending people out. And people are afraid to even see her in person like that. some people that met
that are supporting me.
Yeah, the people that are supporting her are doing it. Some of them are trying to do it low key.
I'm wearing masks.
Because they're wearing masks. So I can bring that up. Can I bring that up a little
Yeah, you
bit?
can bring it up.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. So I was like, what are we in Gotham City right here? Like,
Goons.
where they gotta
The
like
goons.
they got
The
literally.
goon squad. The goon squad.
We met with some people that want to support her, but they wanted to hide their identity. I mean, they called from a block number. They didn't give a picture, and
Block number?
we had to meet them without knowing who they were. And they're supporters of her, and they just wanted to tell her like thank you for running, and good luck and all that stuff, and that she's fighting against these people. I don't think people really understand behind the scenes of what I've seen it, what she had to go through. A lot. Like the only reason I feel like she was able to do this is the last podcast we had with you. You talked a lot about your life and what you had to go through in your life.
Yeah.
And then also you're a business owner. Mm-hmm. Those are some really hard things that you have to go through that build strength and character inside of you. Mm-hmm. And I don't think these people are ready for that because Patricia wasn't even a business owner. She worked for the school district before.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is she has a whole different strength than that lady has, or than most people running. Because a business owner, they know how to get shit done. The reason why, because they have no choice. They have to make money. They have to build their business. They want to grow. That's what they do. So she knows how she's going to get stuff done because she has no choice but to do it. She's going to figure the same thing out with the city. So I really
That's
think
just my mentality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they see
Solution-oriented type of person. There's a problem. Let's fix it.
Yeah.
My next door is getting blown up with people that have issues with the city, or even just things that they might think that the city could help them with, but it's really not. But I'm still helping them, because my mentality is not like, oh no, there's a wall, I got to stop. My mentality is, there's a wall. How the heck am I going to jump over that wall?
Exactly.
Well, like she said, she wasn't into politics before, and then next thing you know, she felt that it was a problem. Instead of complaining, she decided to run and make a change. You know what I mean? Not too many people are able to do that and keep going.
And the thing is, she knows how to fix these problems. Like she has to figure that out with her business. I think that's the perfect people. Politicians, they want to make money. So she's all about making money. She's probably getting paid off good. Who knows what's going on? You know how politics go.
Yeah.
I
she does have a business that is this was sent to me by somebody.
After the fact, though, huh?
Yeah, well, she has this business, like it's like a consulting for if you're going to do business with the city.
Front.
It's kind of
Front.
I mean, I'm just saying that just sounds really sketch.
This is Gotham City, man. This is Gotham City over at Riverside. You gotta get like them out and get her in. It's gonna disturb everything getting her in. Yeah. So I mean, this is the last day to vote. You guys go out and vote for Katawi. You guys obviously everywhere we went, she got so much good like feedback. Like they were like every time we went in the store or anything.
The people
and everybody just talked so much mess on Dawson. I didn't even know that. I mean, I'm not into politics. I didn't even know that Riverside was so bad when it comes to that, because the city I live in is not like that. It's like they know how corrupt it is. They have so much people in that city. They know what, like, there's so much corruption going on. And they're not going to be able to use her as a puppet, and I think they really see that, and that's why they're afraid of her.
Yeah.
She's not a puppet in any means.
Nope. Not at all.
So,
and I want to bring up a couple things since, we have an audience and I can, just disclose some information.
Yeah.
A lot of the PLD supporters have been trying to put out false information about me and try to make me, look bad. Of course, what do they call that? The smear campaigns, which is fine. It's not bothering me. If it was true, then it would bother me. However, there's one thing I do want to point out that they're saying, because they keep saying that I'm a leftist liberal, which I'm basically, PLD is a liberal, but I'm even further left than her. I want to clarify that is not true whatsoever. I am registered independent. If anything, I might lean a little bit right. I do believe in our right for, the Second Amendment. I'm working on getting my CCW. I believe we should have the right to protect ourselves. I do not agree with our schools teaching our children about what gender they should be or anything of that
love
nature.
that.
And I want
Amen.
to point that out because that is not okay. When did the government step in and decide they can teach our children how to live their lives? They're confusing our children. It's awful. I hate it. You know, that's something like I
No,
won't be
it's
able
good.
to like really like, because that goes to the Riverside Unified School District,
Yeah.
right? But there is somebody running that I believe he will be a great fit, and he, you know, can prevent this hopefully in our community. But I just wanted to point that out because they're trying to say things about me that are not true, and yeah.
And how do you feel right now about yourself, of how you got this done, of what you've accomplished in this time?
Oh my God. I realize how strong I am. I guess I never realized it because I'm just always going with my business.
You've gotten tested.
Yeah, and I
test
got,
for sure.
What have you learned?
well, like I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned how strong I am, how real politics are. I'm learning about politics. You know, this is a whole new world for me. But I'm a fast learner, and I dig deep. And I've set up meetings. I've met with lieutenants. I've met with commanders, chief of police. I've met with residents that are really concerned about the city, people that are running for office or, you know, other things. But I've met with a lot of people so I could learn and understand what's going on to another level, because I'm not the type of person, I'm not a wishy-washy type of person. Mm-hmm. Anything I'm going to do, I'm going to be solid 100%, 110%, I would say, you know? That's the type of person I am.
Yeah, I mean, she met with, like everybody that she said that she met with, I mean, who would do that for somebody just running just to run? You know, she's really putting the time and work in, and she's not running to lose, she's running to win. And she's been going after all these people to try to meet and figure out what's going on. There was a show that I saw. What was the name of that show? Riverside, the podcast?
Oh, yeah. That one is the Inland Empire Newswire.
Yeah. What's
yeah.
Explain a little bit, because they were all for her. They weren't going for Patricia anymore. They were putting all their faith in her.
Duffy was being interviewed, and he normally was a PLD supporter, but he was actually saying that it was time for change, and he was supporting me.
Yeah, that was badass. I mean, I saw that when you showed me that clip. I loved it. I was like, wow. I mean, this isn't something small. This has 300,000 people in that city.
Yeah, 320,000 people.
I would have thought Riverside.
It's a huge city. Yeah, Riverside is huge, and there's a lot of things just going on that.
What would your first step be? When you become
there's
mayor?
Small things and there's the big things, right? Because I know that the big things are going to take time, but let's be real. People want to see instant gratification.
Yeah.
They want to see something right away. I know. So I have my little things that I'm going to do right away that I know I can get first day, I'm going to, check out my office and then I'm going to start running, and small. You want me to talk about small things or big things?
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, small things. Let's go.
Because I know the big things are the most important, right?
What's something that everybody consistently says that they need or want,
in Riverside?
Yeah.
Well, the big thing is our homeless issue.
Okay.
It is just growing like crazy. People don't feel safe, so it's a homeless issue that's creating an issue with public safety. The big issues that I want to work on, that's going to take time, but I'm going to be very dedicated and committed to making these things happen, is getting the homeless people off our streets. And then, so I will say it's a two-part solution. Part one is getting them off the streets, which is going to get them off the streets, which everybody doesn't, none of the residents
want to see that, yeah.
No. And two, it's going to help with public safety at the same time, because we're getting our cars broken into. Yeah, the crime has gone up with them on the streets. So we give them somewhere that they can be. And then part two of the homeless situation is getting them help. Mm-hmm. And, my idea is create a campus wherever we decide to kind of create a place for them to go. Then there'll be a campus with mental health assistance, therapy, even classes for inspiration, how to get a job, maybe even have jobs. This city, I was thinking about it. The city's spending so much money on payroll to have people help with the homeless issue.
Instead of the homeless people paying the homeless people.
Yeah, that's
Or
what I
helping
was
the homeless
thinking.
people, yeah.
Why don't we give them jobs? You know, like for example, give them, little jobs, even if
Yeah.
it's a little job, but something to let
yeah.
them get out there. Because a lot of these people just need to be re-inspired. They need hope. They've
Yeah,
lost
for sure.
hope. I went out and I interviewed some of the homeless people, and I told them my idea for the solution, my homeless solution, and every single one liked my idea. And there was this one gentleman that really stood out to me, and he spoke in Spanish, and that's another thing. I can speak a lot of different languages, so I can communicate effectively with a lot of people, so I can understand what's really going on, and I actually will communicate with the community. I'm not just going to be, hiding wherever our current mayor hides and let the team do everything. I'm hands-on. You can ask my current team that. I'm definitely hands-on. But what was I going to say?
You met this gentleman, one of the homeless.
Oh yeah,
gentlemen.
So he only spoke in Spanish, and I started asking him, why are you on the streets? First of all, why are you on the streets? Y me dice, I'm gonna say it. Porque me dejó mi esposa. His wife left him. So what like immediately? What do you think? His wife left him, and he probably lost the love of his life.
Yeah.
And he just lost hope. I lost the love of my life. Nothing's ever going to be the same.
Depression.
Exactly. Yeah. And who knows, probably started doing drugs. And when I met him at this point, he's 76 years old, sleeping on the street. Yeah. And I told him, I said, well, there's beds. You know that Riverside has beds and they're open. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. We have beds that are open. And he was like, I know, but I don't want to go because they won't let me. No me dejan tomar mi cerveza. And I got the cerveza.
Let him drink and shit.
Yeah, he wants his beer, but there's restrictions. And that's why these homeless, individuals do not want to go to the beds that the city is paying for that are staying empty because they don't want these restrictions. And, we're going to have to figure out something, right? Because if they're not going to go there, they're going to stay on the streets with their beer. So would you rather them be on the streets with the beer, or let's find them somewhere where they can take their beer, right? Let them take their beer. So I actually, after I spoke to him, I gave him, that day I had made tea and I had little breakfast snacks, and I gave everybody that I talked to some food and snacks. And I told him, I'm gonna send help. So I was like, hopefully somebody can help you. So I have a contact at the city for the homeless department, and I called him right away and I told him, hey, there's a gentleman. He's 76 years old, and he's sleeping on the ground right now, right across from Ralph's, on Magnolia Avenue. Can somebody please come help him? Send it's the Public Safety and Engagement Team, PSET, that's it, a team. And I was like, just send somebody. Please come help him. I hope they did the right thing and not come and say, oh, you have 24 hours to move your stuff.
Yeah, try to give him a ticket instead of helping them.
Yeah, and if they give him a ticket, it doesn't do anything. They're not going to...
You can't pay it. You're not going to pay it either way it goes.
It doesn't do anything. I feel like people are spending so much time, our city is spending so much time on going back and forth rather than actually getting results, right? And you were there that day that I got a call from a woman that was considering voting for me, right? And so she had all these questions to ask me, and I answered all her questions. And it was funny because she had an issue with RPU. That's the Riverside Public Utilities. And 1 month her bill was extremely high. I actually attended one of the RPU meetings at the city council chambers, and I heard her case. So I knew exactly what she was talking about. I go, you know what? I just heard about it. And I was like, this has been lingering since October, right? Yes, since October. And in my mind, it was an $80 bill that they have been fighting with her for the past 4 months. Who's paying, or 5 months? Who's been paying for it? Us. Our taxes.
Yeah.
The extra fees they're charging us, RPU, for reliability fees, reliability. You should be reliable. Why do we have to pay for that? These are the things that I want to stand up for my community and for my residents. They're my people. This is my city. I care, and I don't like when people are being taken advantage of. And I see that, and I'm standing up to stop it. And I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback, but I'm ready to go.
I mean, that's what was crazy, too, is she's taking these people's calls. I'm sitting here listening to her take these phone calls from regular people, and you can't even talk to the mayor. So it's like she's putting herself out there. She wants to. First of all, she's trying to learn. But who's taking these calls? Who's
reachable?
Actually, like listening to somebody, and she knows what's going on. It's not like she's just hearing this for the first time. She even heard firsthand what was going on before that lady even called. She's in the mix. She's doing what she needs to do. She's been around everything. And I wanted to ask you, how has the mayor treated you? Has the mayor spoke to you? Has the mayor shook your hand? Has the mayor done anything?
That is so funny. No, every time I go to any events, she stays as far away from me as she can. But God had a different plan for us both. And one day I had to run errands, and it was one of those mornings where I was like, okay, I got to get some personal stuff done. I need to go to the bank. I need to go to the UPS store. And sorry, hold on. My cousin's calling me. And so I ended up, and it's funny, you know how it's, what do they call, like divine timing, or, you know, it's just one of those things. So I go to the bank and go through the drive-thru, and the ATM isn't working. So I have to go around and go to the next one. So it took a few extra, minutes. And then after that, I go to the UPS store. And let me tell you, I go to open the door to the UPS store door, and guess who's walking out?
Hello?
The mayor.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker.
I'm telling you, I got such a kick out of this because I really felt it was like God. And he just was like, open the door, let her out. It's your time to go in. It was like one of those things.
Oh,
you
damn.
know?
I love that. Let her out.
Yeah.
You're walking in.
Like, I'm like opening the door, and so the type of person I am, even though her and her people, whatever, they've been taking my signs down. They're lying about me. She's got people that are just, just awful people doing very awful things to me. I said, oh, hi, good morning. And oh my gosh, it was just the funniest thing.
Yeah, what was your reaction?
That was the first time I've even seen, she was like
that
this,
close?
so close. Yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen her that close. Even
Man, that was probably a bad image too, because I seen pictures of this lady. So hey, we can say this: we're house over bads over here. We ain't running from it.
Should have hit with the hey girl.
I mean,
you with the hey girl.
You don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. What was her reaction to? Did she say hi to you or anything?
She just was like, "Good morning." And really low and quiet.
Kind of look at you
down.
face to face.
Was her voice like her face?
Like she was shocked, and then she was like, "Good morning," and then kind
Sound
of
like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Kind of looked like it.
And then she just went on her way, and I almost ran up to her. Like I was gonna run to her and be like, "Hey, what about our debate? Can we have a forum or something?" But
Let's get into that.
That was right after we can't say it was her necessarily, but
yeah. No, let's say a little shout out to the.
I got a full ass outfit.
Shout out to the
weasel.
To the weasel. What's his name? What was the weasel's name that we had?
Cameron Weasel. I think it's Wessel.
Cameron Wessel. We House Over Baz reached out, trying to do a forum with him.
Manager.
So yeah, he's her campaign manager. That's what he told us. We're reaching out to Patricia's assistant. And he responded to us saying that he is her campaign manager, and we tried to set up a date with him. He said that she can't do that date, so we set up another date. We kept rescheduling, trying to get something going. He wouldn't even respond forever to even get a response back. We put him up on blast on social media, and he didn't like that. My whole thing is this, though. Like, this girl's taking down her signs, having her people do it. Obviously, she ain't doing it herself. Taking down the signs, having people reach out to us where she can't even debate or do a forum or even and sending people to people's houses to suggest them not to vote for her. This is the kind of person you want in office anyways. Like, who is this person?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that some crooked like stuff that's people are like, that's criminal stuff in a sense. Like, what is going on here? None of this is ethical.
No. Like,
none of it is something that someone should be doing in politics where it has any type of ethics to it. No. So, I mean, taking down her signs, come on, man. She's the one she has no one backing her. She's been handling all this on her own. I've been seeing firsthand. I was helping her out, and I see what she's doing out there, and it was a hustle. This lady's not putting anything up. So she's not having to worry about her signs taken down, and if they are, she knows that somebody else can go put them back up. She has people passing out flyers to homes, not even knowing anything about her. So, I mean, we saw firsthand.
Yeah,
First
we
time
went.
I helped her campaign. You want to explain that?
Oh, yeah,
Or do you want me? I can explain it in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? Than you will.
Yeah, I know. Why don't you explain it? Because you could.
So let me break it down house over bad style, right? So I'm gonna break it down. This lady has people that she doesn't know. Yeah, you have to bleep me out this whole time. People that she doesn't know, and they don't know nothing about her, passing out flyers, trying to talk to people about her. We talked to some of these people. They were like, I guess, basically talking a bunch of shit to the person passing the flyers out, and the dude would say, "I don't know nothing about her. I just moved to this city, and they're basically paying them to pass out flyers." So she's paying people to do this shit that don't know nothing about her, to talk about her.
Just random people.
Like so obviously she's never met these people. None of this stuff. It's wild. This lady it should not be mayor. I mean, if somebody that's doing something like this should not be mayor.
Well, the thing is, I've had people reach out to me and they want to help and they can have flyers and, they're canvassing themselves for other candidates. And so they're like, we really like you. We want you to win, but they've been following my stuff. They know what I stand for and they believe in me and they support me, where this guy doesn't even know who she is, what she's about. He's literally getting paid to go out and support her.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and he's not supporting her. Because he doesn't really
He's
know.
doing it for the money.
And they're paying
Yeah.
people to take down her signs and all that. Like this is crazy. So I mean, it looks at her character and who she is. How do you think she's running things then? I mean, just really look at that.
Because not like she's doing nothing wrong or stands for anything wrong. So why, you know what I mean? So like, you should want somebody who's going to help the city just like you.
She's scared. She's scared of the
Scared.
Catalan.
She needs to go
They're
to
all scared.
If she's scared to go to church, that's what they say, right? She's scared to go to church.
So
Because I'm going to come in and I'm going to change things up. And they're not ready for that.
yeah, because then I mean, the battle won't be over. If she
No.
goes in,
It's never.
she's
never,
going to keep
never, never
having
over.
to battle these people about what she needs to get done. I mean, her battle's just going to begin once she gets in office.
Has there been a time, any time during the election where you were like, damn, I want to quit, but obviously you didn't. But is there a time that where you know what I mean, kind of sat down and was like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time?
So, but right before I made my announcement, because me and my team, so I own an advertising agency. So my team and I were like, you know what, we're going to have fun with this. I have a very creative team. They have great ideas. They're all very supportive of me running. And, we put together all this stuff, like from a billboard to how we were going to post and announce that I'm running. And I want to mention, we won an award through the American Advertising Federation for this campaign.
Cool.
So on Friday, I get to go to the award ceremony and see what we won. But it was like a week before, right? And if I was going to step back, it was at that moment that I would have to do it. And I thought about it and I said, do you want to do this? Do you really want to do this? But it was stronger than me. It's
bigger than you.
It's not about me.
Yeah.
This is not about me. I just have the strength to do it.
Okay. So you feel like God's using you as a vessel to get things
I
done.
do feel that
You only
way.
use the strongest warriors to handle his,
And that's
his
why,
battles.
yeah, and that's why I feel like I haven't been nervous throughout this whole thing. I don't have, I have no fear. The only fear I have is for God. And I fear that I would disappoint him. You know what I mean? So I'm even working harder because I want to make him proud. And I just, there's...
It's awesome.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I just keep going. Because I've got his power behind me.
Yeah, greater
And that
purpose.
was the only time I even thought about it. And then after that, it was like, no. I'm
got
doing
this.
this. I'm
Yeah.
doing this. I'm going. I was like, I got you. We're going to do this.
and I've been around her. I've been helping her out a little bit, and her spirits are always high, always strong. She's always smiling. It's wild to see her how strong she is to do what she's doing, and all the people. I mean, it affected her business. It affected everything around her, and she's still smiling through it all.
Yeah.
So I mean, that shows a lot of character with that. So they're both showing their character pretty well on this.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to vote Katawi on this. So I mean, people in the chat, they need to write in. Are we getting chats right now? Oh, we are. Let's get them. Once
You wanna read 'em or
can we
you want me
bring
to
that
read 'em?
Are there
over
any
here or
good
no?
questions? I want to answer questions. That's the thing. I feel that people have so many questions, and
Oh, damn, we got in the chat for sure.
is it from What's Up in Lynn Empire page?
Yeah.
Let me We got a lot of people joining us. Check this out.
Let's get them.
There's that many
We got a
people?
couple of questions on Twitch.
Can we leave the door open? It's hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of people
I
on
can't
there.
see any of the
Do you have a
questions.
nonprofit, Jessica? One of the questions off Twitch.
Oh, do I have a nonprofit? No, I do not. I just volunteer. I'm actually a marketing chair for the Unforgettables Foundation. I've been the marketing chair for 3 years, and I've been volunteering for 7 years. The Unforgettables Foundation is a really amazing foundation that raises money for families, or, well, it's basically for families if they lose their children and they can't afford to pay for their funeral. We, our organization or foundation helps pay for the funeral, so it's really amazing. So I do volunteer a lot and donate my time to those that are making a difference in the community.
That's cool. Is there any more chats?
Yeah, do you want to know how can they contribute to your campaign?
How can they contribute to your campaign? Vote. Or-
Go vote. If you can, right now, just go follow my Katawi 2024 Instagram page, and I have lots of content. Please share it. Like, comment, share. Just get the message out as soon as possible. We only have so many hours. Voting ends at 8 p.m. tonight. And I do have a link to where you can go vote. There's many locations throughout Riverside. But also, I just, how you can contribute. This will make a big difference, too, is even if you don't live in Riverside, look at what's going on in your city. Look at what's going on in the country. Start getting more involved, especially if you feel like, because the thing is a lot of, whenever we think of politicians, we think of corruption. We can change that. It doesn't have to be like that anymore, right? It can change with us, with the people that actually care. So if you care and you love helping people and you love making a difference, maybe consider, running for something in your city and being that change. Because I do feel like part of this, me running was not only to run for my city, but also to encourage others and to inspire others to see what there is out there and what opportunities there are to make a difference in your community. And we got to start somewhere, right? So I'm starting it right now. What's it, March 5th, 2024. We're taking back our country. We're taking back our rights. We're taking back our dreams, our hope. We're taking back the American dream. All right, guys, are you ready? Let's do this.
I actually feel that because I was the same way. I was like, man, why vote for these people? I mean, what does it really matter? We can't make a difference on that. I'm just gonna try to use whatever I can, that whoever's in office, to benefit my business and my life. But watching her do this, I was like, wow, like she's taking it to another level, and she's scaring the opponent. She's scaring the elite. So I think that's really cool of how she's doing that. And I think that people should start looking at that, trying to make change and do things differently. I really believe that now. But what is and we got more chats. The only thing I was going to say too is, I wish we would have gotten some of you guys earlier, because it's the last day to vote. So it's not like you can contribute with money right now or anything like that.
I don't want
it's
your
the
money.
end. Yeah, it's the end.
I've actually self-funded my campaign. I have
Yes.
had people donate, but I did not get any donations from any corporations or unions, and that's a huge thing, because when you do get those, like our current mayor, I heard somebody say she had like $250,000 in donations. But guess what? That means she owes so many people so many promises. Mm-hmm. Imagine
Nothing's free.
she does not win. All these people are going to be like, dang, we invested in the wrong person. Well, guess what? I wouldn't have let you invest in me, because I'm not making no promises to nobody. My promise is to my city, the community, the residents. And I will make a difference, and I will bring change, and they will be happy. And, it's going to be a struggle, but
Well, look at it like this, people, too. I mean, especially look at the people, for the people that are don't want to vote for her, right? She put all her money up, her own money, to do this. What does that say about what she's trying to do? You think that this none of this is fake? None of this is her just trying to come in and be a politician. She's coming in to actually try to make a change. She wouldn't put up her own funds, risk her own money, risk her own business to be destroyed by the elite, to just do this for no reason. Like she's trying to make a change. She could have went after money. She has other people in business that she probably could have went after and tried to talk to them about funding. But this is what she did. Yeah. She went out and did her own thing, and she all her own blood, sweat, and tears in this whole thing, putting up the signs on her own.
I did, and I know. And I thank you. I want to shout out all the people that would like honk and yell "Vote Katawi" when they would see me putting my signs up or putting them back up because they were down. I appreciate you guys because every time you would honk or say something, it really motivated me more and it made me feel like, I was doing the right thing. So I do thank you. Sometimes we don't realize those little things that you do that, really help.
It gets you fueled up a little bit.
Yeah,
it fuels her back up. It did help. I seen them do that too firsthand. They were doing
fueled me up. I didn't plan on voting. I'm voting today. Like that shit.
And even police officers.
That makes me happy.
And even police officers were stopping and talking to you. Like, no, I recognize you. You know what I mean? Like they made it seem like she already won.
Yeah.
And I want to say you're a winner to us over here at House Over Bass. You're already won to us because you kicked some ass out there. I saw firsthand you kicked some ass.
Thank you.
So that's badass. But I wanted to kind of see, is there any more in the chat? I know we got more.
How do you feel about lobbying?
Huh?
Lobbying?
Yeah.
See, I'm not even that's how not into politics that I am. What's lobbying exactly? What, I don't have my YouTube up right now so that I can Google it. A lot of the things, I'm literally learning, you know what I mean? Every day.
So if you really don't want a politician, vote Jessica, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Legit.
What other ones? You got more of them?
One of them is asking about if the homeless are not in the street, where are they gonna go?
Okay.
Hold on. Let her look this up real quick. We're gonna answer questions up here.
So wait. Okay. So, to present particle, what does that mean?
Let me see.
If you can find a better word. Usually what I do is when I don't know something, I will Google it. I will go through a variety of websites to learn, and then I YouTube and watch some videos. Like yesterday.
What's that?
Lobbying is when they pay her money for special interest.
Oh,
they give me money?
That's what we were just talking about.
No, that's what I was just talking about.
Yeah,
no, not about
we were just talking about that. Yeah.
I don't want nobody's money. Yeah. God gives me money. He takes care of me.
She doesn't believe in lobbying.
And he's
yeah.
No, I don't believe in lobbying. That's why I didn't do it. So that's what lobbying is.
To seek
good to know.
Seek to influence political or public officials.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, we were just,
do you have a lot of people watching right now?
Yeah. You see how people scroll? You see
questions?
If the homeless are not in the street, where are they gonna go?
So my idea is if you go to visit my website. So guys, if you want to learn more, because I am gonna have to get off sooner than later because I do need to go vote myself, and I'm gonna go live. I want to show you guys the whole process of voting if you've never done it. My website, jessicaq4mayor.com. Lots of information on my solutions, my concerns, some videos I've made. You can go check that out.
Yeah, and we have another podcast with her, and she explains that. So if you want to hear some more of that, you can go on the last podcast that she was on.
And watch that. Very
curious. Yeah.
So it's basically it's an area that we will have committed to the homeless or unhoused, and they will be able to go there. They'll get their own slot. They can pitch their tent, or if they're living in campers, whatever it is, they can connect there. We'll partner up with different nonprofits to come out and bring food and water every other day. So we kind of try to keep them in an area that'll get them off the streets. We'll have my idea is to have a police force that is dedicated to that area, and that they watch over them because it's a tough situation, right?
Yeah.
It's a tough situation. They're being bad wherever they go, right? They're being bad wherever they go. I'd rather them be bad in one area where
everywhere.
than everywhere. Yeah. So, but not everybody agrees with that. But it doesn't make no sense to me.
It makes sense though.
Yeah.
Well, businesses are getting broken into, houses are getting broken into. You got to have a spot for these people, anyways. You know what I mean? So if you're a business owner and you're getting your business broken into all the time, those are you got to really think about that. So it makes sense to get them somewhere, house them somewhere.
And I don't know if it was out here or if it was in LA. The tiny homes that they're playing. I don't know if you heard about that.
Tiny homes in Riverside, and Rusty Bailey, our mayor before the current one, he did it. He actually stayed in one of them.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, just a huge fail. Lots of money wasted. The houses might even still be there. I'll have to go by and check it out. But heard it was just didn't
it
work
was a good
out,
thing,
and but when I went and I actually spoke to the homeless, who are the people that were trying to get off the streets, which would make sense to talk to them, right, and try to figure out a solution through them, they loved my idea. They were down for a place, an area to go. I was thinking of like a parking lot structure. A friend of mine and I were talking about it, and it was so funny. You know, I believe in God, and like my faith is so like just yes, God every day, all day. I prayed that He would give me, the solution. Because every time I would come up with the solution, I would talk to somebody and they'd be like, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't, So it was always like block, 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 block. And I'm like, there's got to be something. So I was praying about it. And then in one day, 2 people came up to me with kind of like similar ideas. And that's kind of where I've built the final plan is through them. But it was in one day, like 2 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really felt that was like a message from God. I believe people will come into your life and bring you messages.
People use people, you know what I mean, to speak through them.
And so that's kind of where I got the idea. But the thing is, this is not like an easy issue to deal with. We don't want to just keep them there. We got to get them help. And I got to say, do not vote for Prop 1. Please, no to Prop 1. Do not keep falling for the same BS, guys. You keep complaining about you like Prop 47. Y'all voted for it, and what? Now our police can't protect us. And how do they get us to vote for these things? They make everything look so pretty, and it just it sounds like it's going to be great for us. And it's not. When are you guys not going to get, you got to get it. They are not for us. They are not for us.
They are for their pockets.
Yes. So Prop 1 is for the pockets. So do you want to fill their pockets or do you want to keep your money? Vote no on Prop 1 if you want to keep your money, okay?
Well, we appreciate you coming on. I know you got to vote. You
I
got to
gotta
do
go
your
vote.
thing.
I got to go vote for myself.
Well, I think you got this in the bag.
Thank you.
So I know you'll know more tonight, but I want to say I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and speaking of, I do have a viewing party tonight, so if anybody would like to come out and hang out and just enjoy the as the results
Have a good
come
time.
in, it's at Grapau, one of my favorite restaurants in Riverside. Grapau is a really amazing Asian fusion restaurant, but we'll be there. We'll have a TV screen set up, and we'll be able to see the results. We'll be there just for a couple hours, 8 to 10. So if you want to come and support, you can do that. But please get out there and vote, whether you live in Riverside, wherever you live. Take the time, because it's going to be us, you guys, that are going to make the difference, that are going to bring the change that we need. If not, if you're going to sit at home and just say, oh, whatever, my voice doesn't matter, then yeah, you know what? Nothing's ever going to change. And we're just going to keep living this way. But I think you guys got this. We all got this, right?
For sure.
Got
you
it.
got it. You got it.
So vote Jessica Katawi for Mayor of Riverside if you want change. Shed the sheep. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we are out. Thank you.